was low, tense, and full of pressure. "You need to go back and apologize," he said. I stared at him, thinking I must have heard wrong. "Apologize? He hit me," I whispered, shaking. "He's drunk, he didn't mean it," he replied, avoiding my eyes. "You embarrassed him in front of everyone. Just say sorry, let's not make this worse." Something inside me broke at that moment. I realized that no matter how much I tried to fit into this family, I would never be treated with respect. My husband's loyalty wasn't with me, it was with his father. I felt small, invisible, like my pain didn't matter at all. I touched my face, feeling the swelling start to form, and whispered, "You're asking me to apologize to the man who just hit me." He didn't answer. He just stood there, silent, and that silence was the loudest betrayal I'd ever heard. Without another word, I walked out of the kitchen, grabbed my purse, and headed for the door. My mother-in-law called after me, asking me to stay, but I couldn't. I didn't even look back at the table, at the spilled wine that had started it all. I just walked out into the cool night air, shaking, my heart pounding with anger and heartbreak. As I got into the car and started driving, tears blurred my vision. I replayed everything in my head, the laughter, the wine spill, the slap, my husband's ultimatum. It all felt surreal, like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. I had come to that dinner as a daughter-in-law trying to belong. I left as a woman who finally understood that some families aren't worth belonging to. By the time I reached home, my phone had several missed calls from my husband. I didn't answer any of them. I sat in silence, staring at my reflection in the mirror, the faint bruise already darkening on my cheek. That mark felt like a symbol, not of weakness, but of the moment I decided to stop apologizing for things that weren't my fault. When I walked out of that house, I thought I'd never look back. The cold air hit my face, and for the first time in a long time, I felt like I could breathe. I didn't know where I was going or what I would do next, but I knew one thing for sure: I couldn't stay married to a man who asked me to apologize to someone who had just hit me. The drive home was a blur of tears and shaking hands. Every mile between me and that family dinner felt like another piece of freedom I was reclaiming, even though it hurt more than I could have imagined. The next morning, I woke up to a dozen missed calls from my husband. There were messages too, all saying the same thing: "Please come home. We need to talk." My face was still swollen, and when I saw myself in the mirror, I felt a wave of sadness and disbelief. It wasn't just the bruise, it was what it represented. I had tried so hard to fit into his world, to be the polite, accommodating wife who never caused trouble.